While we were off camera, I labeled the breads as to whether they were organic or the bread flour. And now it's time to get on to the next phase. As you can see, the dough looks a little different, but not a lot. We use a bread scraper. We sell these on the web page, by the way, to pull the bread dough out of the bowl and onto the surface. The surface isn't really floured. Then we stretch it. What we try to do is pull it out so it's about 1/3 the original height as when we started. I'm not wrenching it, I'm not jerking it, I'm trying to tease it. I use the dough scraper to help spread it. Once it's been spread, I feel it and see if there's any lumps of flour that haven't been incorporated or wet. If I feel lumps, which is not that common in this size of batch of dough, I'll use what the French call a frissage and mash it with the heel of my hand. I try to get this done the first time we do the stretch and fold. We'll do it 2 more times before we make the loaves, because the frissage, as the French call it, is damaging to the dough structure. And I'd rather get that over with as soon as possible so we won't be damaging the dough further into the process. Once that's done, we fold it down, fold it up, fold it over, looking again as we fold it over for dry dough and mashing it up, dry flour, fold it over, that's it. With a wetter dough, I might do it a second time immediately to build the dough. Every time you stretch and fold, the dough strength improves. You can see this looks a lot more like a dough than it did just a few minutes ago, and certainly more like a dough than it did 45 minutes ago. Very little effort on my part. Now I cover it again and let it sit for another 45 minutes.